back here on The Bridge Show. Glad you could be here. I'm your host, Luke Buwalda.
And I'm Franklin Merriam.
Today we have a very exciting episode. Super special. We have a fun segment called Dorm to Dorm and a very exciting guest. You guys probably know him. You may know him from Love Island. Anyway, very excited to talk with him. It's going to be a great interview.
All right, how are we doing today? We are going to, our first guest is going to coming all the way from Quincer Hall. We have the legend himself. He was an extra in Finding Nemo. He's legally not allowed within 50 feet of a karaoke machine after 2019. And he once stared directly into the solar eclipse just to assert dominance. Please welcome Mr. John Popp.
All right. John.
Thank you guys so much for having me on the Bridge Show. It's really Frank and Luke, it's really an honor and a privilege to be here today. Really a joy and a blessing. There's nowhere I'd rather be, honestly, than right here in this moment, I would say.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah, glad to have you here, John. It'll be a fun time getting to talk with you.
All right, John, can you explain yourself a bit to the audience so everyone's aware about who you are or why you came to be here today?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Jonathan Popp. I'm originally from Comstock Park, so if you're familiar with Cornerstone's campus, it's about 15 minutes north of here. It's always been a family thing for me being at Cornerstone. You know, my dad still works here, so if you see Stephen Popp on campus, say
All
hi.
right. Stephen Popp.
Really friendly guy.
Okay.
Brother graduated here last year, so it's kind of a very natural next step for me to come here. But just the community, you know, is my family, and that's why I love it so much, and that's actually why I became an RA. And why I'm here today specifically is because I love Quincer. Quincer's been my legacy so far while I've been here, and it's fantastic. And I love having Frank as one of my residents this year in Quincer, greatest place on earth. And Luke, I wish you were in Quincer.
Yeah.
But it's still a joy to get to talk
Now,
to you
RA,
guys and share the experience.
is that resident assistant? Is that
Yes.
what it is? Okay, cool.
Yep. So resident assistant. So for those who don't know, possibly what a resident assistant means, basically it's my job to live in Quincer, even though I'm not a freshman, and I provide community, I provide culture, I put on events, and I make sure the guys aren't blowing up the building and killing each other and doing drugs while I'm on duty. That's my job.
So how did you get to, was there like a process to become an RA?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And this is one thing I appreciate about Cornerstone a lot, and they very intentionally cultivate their community. Okay. And a large part of that is through the process, because the process is actually very intricate and enjoyable. There's like several different stages.
Okay.
Right? So the first stage is like you basically just say, hey, I want to be an RA.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, cool. And then they send you a form. So it's just basic little essay questions like, who are you? Kind of what's your character? Why do you want to be an RA? What's your reasoning? Mm-hmm. And then they actually have this event that they put on that's basically like RA vetting.
No way. Like
So
an interview process to like get people. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
like this whole interview process. And they will actually, they take all the prospective RAs and they'll put them in the seminary and they'll have them rotate and do these different events to test their skills.
Was there a
as an
lot? How
RA.
many people are there at a time?
They had like 3 different sessions.
Whoa.
Of probably like at least 25 to 30 people.
No way.
Each.
Okay, so a lot of people.
Yeah. And I think, thinking through it myself, there's probably only, let's see, there's like 3 in Quincer, 5 in Pickett, there's like 6 dorms. So there's probably only a good like 20, 25 RAs total.
Really?
And you probably have, 50, 60 trying out to be RAs.
Wow.
So a large part of the event is just to kind of, vet and see
it's
who's
selective.
good in what different situations.
That's really cool, John.
Yeah.
Well, as all of your time as being an RA, has anything, like just crazy story or anything that has happened throughout your course of being an RA? What does it look like for you?
Oh my word. Yes, it's fantastic. And it's very special to me because it's October. The year has just started. We have so much in the works and so many events that are going to happen. But like even last year. So one of the things that always ends up happening in Quincer, and you and I were actually talking about this, Frank, like a week ago, is we talked about the Quincer night humming.
Oh, yeah.
The Quincer night humming.
I heard about
basically
this.
What that is it's like, it's 2 a.m., a bunch of guys just happen to be up, and we all have the same thought of like, what if we just walk into someone's room while they're sleeping and just like make a little cult circle and start humming?
But you don't wake
Start
them up
humming.
on purpose. You just hum until they wake up.
No, until they wake
Yeah.
up, and then we leave, and then we think that maybe the next.
You don't
morning
say
they thought it was a
anything, or
dream
do you
or
like
something.
once they wake up, then do you?
No, don't say a single word.
Oh,
Nothing.
nice.
At all.
Okay.
And I know that this
This
is
is
just
great, yeah.
because this actually happened like last week.
Yes.
These guys were
Really?
watching a horror movie in the lobby, and they were like, "What if
Okay.
we do a horror movie in real life?" And so they got like a speaker, and they actually went into different people's rooms and started playing like soundtracks
Oh, wow.
of like different horror things, and then
Yes.
people would wake up and they'd film their reactions.
Yes, they came into my dorm. And
Yes,
in my
yes,
dorm,
you and Glenn.
And I was asleep, so I was just thinking, I was like, I thought this was a speaker in the other room. You know, I was like, oh yeah, that's no big deal. It's not. I don't really need to care about it.
They were
Glenn-
blasting it though. How'd you not wake up?
I thought it was in the other room because there's like the sound goes through the wall, the easiest thing in the world. So it's just.
Oh yeah, the walls aren't.
But Glenn, he's like, what is this? What's going on? And he gets up and he's looking around. He's like, is that a speaker? It's just like it's this huge JBL speaker.
Oh, yeah.
Like sitting on our desk. And
Yeah.
And you didn't know when they put it in or anything like that?
No, we didn't hear them come in at all. I was
Really?
dead asleep. Yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
like asleep.
What time
I
was
like
this?
it was like what 2:30.
It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah, it was.
Whoa.
It was in the
Okay.
middle of the night.
It was
Well,
early.
and it was funny too because so Frank went and locked the door.
Yeah.
Because he's like, these guys ain't messing with me no more. But the speaker was in there.
Oh.
So I went up to the door and I knocked and I was like, hey, did you see somebody? Like something. And I pretended like I had no idea what was going on and I was absolutely a part of it.
I shared my bed being done.
Nice.
Glenn was like, Glenn was mad.
Wait, so did you put the
He was
speaker in their
frustrated.
room?
I wasn't the one to put, we had different like guys. So like one guy would go in and put the speaker and another guy would go in and like film.
Yeah.
I was just
oh.
following I didn't even initiate this thing. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just got
that's
roped into it.
Some examples of like Quincer is the home of shenanigans. Like, yes, as an
Yeah.
RA, right, we also want to build good, godly character. That's part of our
Yep.
job. But also as a freshman RA, my job is to facilitate shenanigans
Mm-hmm.
in a healthy way, which is great.
Yeah.
Like another example of that is like last year, and actually I don't know who did this. I just thought it was really funny. Last year, I heard some commotion, and I heard a rumor about something going on in the 200 side bathroom.
Ooh.
And I get my friend.
Now,
group,
200
and-
side, there's like both two sides of Quincer?
Yeah, so there's
Okay.
two sides. There's two
Yeah.
hallways. There's 100 side, which is my side, which has one RA, and then there's 200 side, which has two RAs. And someone said something was going on in the bathroom. So
Wait, why do you have one RA?
So Quincer.
Less people?
Yeah, Quincer used to have 3 residents per room,
Oh, wow.
which is insane to me to think about because it's
They're not that big.
community style. It's not
Yeah.
suite style.
Right.
So they
So
are
communal
some of the biggest, like,
bathrooms.
rooms, but like communal style, so
Oh.
3 residents. And so back when it was 3 residents per room, they would have 2 RAs per hall.
Mm-hmm.
But now they only have 2 residents, so the RD kind of doubles because Levi, the RD of Quincer right now, resident director, kind of doubles as my second RA because his office and his apartment is closer to my side.
Sure.
So, but yeah, we're going over 200 side, and we go in the bathroom. And it turns out someone had taken out the dividers between the bathroom stalls. So you'd essentially like open the door to a bathroom stall, and then all the toilets are just there, like
So you
and
can
it
see everybody.
it's
You're all
just
going
sit- Yeah,
together.
so you can just sit
So
there.
you're-
It's,
you're-
it's communal pooping.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
pooping with all your brothers. you know,
Yeah,
it's
with
just-
friends.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is why I love Quincer so much, and I could talk about Quincer all day because we obviously intentionally put on like crazy events,
Yeah.
but we also at the same time just like random stuff just happens, and we're so
Yeah,
here
like,
for it.
like the it was like the night after we had the whole O group event and you know all the paint and all the shaving
Yes.
cream and all that stuff. It's it's like 10 o'clock at night and you guys are banging everybody's doors. Come outside, and we come outside and there's just a tarp laid out on the hill and there's like at the hose and soap.
Oh, yes.
We're just doing, and then the showers were caked in mud for weeks after. It was awesome.
It was so bad. I
Oh.
found so for context, that was the slip and slide
Yes.
that we put on like week 1. We probably had like 100 like total guys and gals because
Yes.
picket girls came over and were sledding down this like slip and slide. I found dirt and mud in places I never thought I would. After slip and slide, bro,
Oh.
I got so muddy. You know,
Awesome,
it was so bad, dude. But it was so much fun.
Oh, a couple days ago, I live in VO, the other dorm. Yeah. Hey, the better dorm. And like the first floor has like the big lounge. Everything was like flipped upside down, and then all 3 floors had like toilet paper. But they definitely started on the 3rd floor because 3rd floor is like the worst. And then there's like less on the 2nd floor, and then the 1st floor there's like virtually no toilet paper. So I think they ran out as they like went down. Were you guys
yeah,
part of that?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't know anything about that. No, that was the same night that we were doing the night humming with the speaker.
Oh, same night. Okay,
and so
yeah.
we were like, we got bored in Quincer, so we're like, we should do this in VO.
Was there no VO guys wandering around wondering what you're doing and stuff like
It
that?
was 2:30 a.m.
Oh, so everyone just
There was a few guys up. Like,
Vio is not the party dorm. There's no one up at that time.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it kind of depends too on like your hallway and where you're at and stuff like that. But so long story short, and I won't reveal our secrets, but we got into VO, right, with our speaker. And
Wait, do RA whatever IDs?
key cards? No,
They don't get into everything.
They don't get in. No.
Ooh, okay.
So you have to be very creative when you want to get in place. Because I only can get into Quincer. I can't get anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we did get into VO, and then once we were in VO, we were like, we have better ideas.
Oh man, I got better ideas yet. You guys will find out in coming weeks.
Oh, I'm sure. And VO actually has as you know, this podcast being recorded, actually came and stolen our furniture once again. We've had this
put it under the clock tower or something. I heard about that.
Yeah,
well,
well, it's clock tower, and then a second night, like literally 2 nights ago, they did it again.
Really?
That
Oh
is
wow.
not in the same location.
Yeah, apparently it's somewhere in VO. I don't know. We've been having this furniture stealing war this year.
Yeah.
So, you know, the other guys at Quincer's, RA, students, how do they affect you as a person and as a Christian? in
Oh,
general?
yeah. No, that's a big one. I think one of the biggest things last year for me as a resident coming in is, you know, because I've been at the same church my entire life. I'm a Baptist. I'm a diehard Baptist. I'll die on that hill. I love my church and my denomination and everything. But I've always been a very black and white thinker, a very black and white person. And so being at Cornerstone freshman year kind of helped me realize, okay, these are people that are in different denominations. They have slightly different thinking than me, but they're Christians. They've placed their faith and trust in Christ, and they're believers, and they're going to heaven. They just have slightly different thoughts about different things and how they worship and how they believe about things that are, you know, less important. Like they talk about like the tiers of belief. So it's like tier 1, right? It's like faith in Christ and in Jesus. And then, you know, tier 3 is like chairs versus pews. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think Cornerstone and the residents and the students have made me more of a gray thinker, not in terms of hard theological beliefs, but in terms of some of the lesser tiers of different things, and allowed me to like recognize other
There's
people's
room for debate. Yeah.
room for debate and get to hear their thoughts and opinions and ideas. And that's one thing that I think is really cool about Cornerstone is I say, because I give tours around the university. It's one of my jobs. And I always say my pitch is that Cornerstone is a place that not only represents Christ in the name, it's a place that represents Christ in practice. And I think it's so cool to have a non-denominational school that can be Christ-centered while simultaneously having so many different denominations and schools of thought in one thing. I think that's phenomenal.
Sure. Yeah.
And that was cool for me to experience too, especially being such a black and white thinker coming in, you know, is to experience some of that.
That's awesome, really. Cornerstone definitely does have that cool, I wouldn't say cool, it's very, it's just awesome how they integrate faith into almost everything you do. Whether if it's like anatomy class or Bible itself, you know, it's like if you're studying Old Testament. It's one of the coolest things about this school. That's why I chose this school personally.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm not afraid to name drop. And actually, last year on tours, I would actually flame Calvin intentionally, and possibly also Hope, because I've been told by Calvin and possibly also Hope that they actually don't teach creationist theology.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Which is wild to me. And I have other stuff that I've heard about Calvin that I will not say on a public podcast. But there are things that I've heard, you know, about these schools, and it's like, listen, if Christ is actually at the center of what you're trying to teach, you have to teach Christ in everything. And that includes, right, creationist theology. That includes, like, the practices and lifestyles you encourage in dorms. And it extends to the whole thing, you know.
Right, yeah. Very much. What's some advice that you would give to a student listening, or maybe somebody who's never even heard of Cornerstone? What's something that you want to leave with them? Funny, serious, wherever you want to go with it.
Yeah. I'll give two. I'll give a funny and I'll give a serious. The serious one, first off, is so I'm also involved in the creativity program, and Perini kind of gave this illustration about life, and it's like if you try to fill your schedule and your life with tons of fun activities, crazy things you're doing in college, you know, late nights, all the stuff you're doing, and then you try to do on top of that schedule of craziness, you try to add your core classes and your faith, your life isn't going to work. You have to organize your life around the things that are most important to you. So school, your studies, your faith, and then you can fit in all the fun activities you want.
Yeah.
So as a college student, it's important to understand, right, your faith, your church, your God, your community, and then add all the fun things that college promises. Otherwise, your life is going to be out of balance, and that's something I struggle with.
It's like, have you seen like the jar with the big rocks, the pebbles, and then the sand?
Yes.
And if you mix up the
that's
order,
exactly
you can't
what I was
fit 'em-
referencing.
Yeah, right,
Yep.
yeah.
Exactly. And the second piece of advice would kind of go with that is be, at the same time, don't ignore the fun activities.
Sure.
This is the time of your life to do all the crazy crap. You know, to
And
do the
that
shenanigans.
is 100%
Yeah.
right. Get out of your dorm.
Yeah.
Get out of whatever space you have and go hang out with the community.
Right.
That's the whole point why we're here today talking, is to kind of, it's not create, but more of highlight the community that already exists.
Right. yeah.
Exactly. Don't miss
campus for the
opportunities.
rich.
Show up to your section events. You know, when people say, let's do something crazy at 2 a.m., do it. Who cares? You know, you lose a little bit of sleep. Oh, well. You know, make things happen. Take advantage of the fun opportunities that are given to you. And
This is
that's
the
how you're
time
going to
to
get
do
the
it.
most out of your time at college. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. We had an event last night at VO on the lawn. It was like picnic blankets out, but it's dark. And then there's music and donuts, and it was great. Good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
stuff like
fun.
that. Just living on campus, experiencing the community. It's wonderful.
And sometimes people show up and they won't know how to make friends or connect.
Mm-hmm.
When the reality is, there's a ton of those events happening like all the time.
Yeah.
If you look for them
Oh,
and
there's a
you
lot.
keep your eyes open, there's so many.
We have like schedules hanging up in our dorms of like all the
Everywhere.
events coming up every
Yeah.
month.
Or
yeah.
before you go into the calf, you know, there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh, my
even
goodness.
just off the top of my head, it's like I'm currently planning a Brosis event right now for my section. There's Hoedown tomorrow night.
That's right,
There's
yeah.
See You Got Talent that's coming up. Like there's all
What's
these events.
Hoedown going to be like?
Yeah, so we were actually talking about that last night, which is kind of interesting. So apparently in years past, Hoedown used to be one of Cornerstone's biggest events.
Really?
Where they would,
Oh, wow.
they bring in someone to like organize line dancing. And but in the past they've had like the inflatable bulls. You can do like bull riding, and they'll have like music and
No way.
probably snacks
Yeah.
like cider donuts maybe or something like that. And you dress up like you know Hoedown attire.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah. So it'll be really interesting to, and you guys will have to tell me, 'cause I'm actually gonna be going tomorrow night. But it's gonna be very interesting to see because it's a new director running it. So
Okay.
kind of how
Oh,
they
yeah, how
approach
they
the
do it,
Hoedown
yeah.
idea. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
But
Oh,
it
that'll
should
be
be really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for our weekly devotional. The verse we have for today is going to be Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will also help you. I will also uphold you with my righteous right hand.
Good
So-
verse.
How it applies to our week can be in multiple different perspectives. For me personally, it's going to be working through some of the work that we had and trying to persevere, let alone studying. It was, I mean, just for me, trusting. Hold on, sorry, this is horrible. Yeah. Do not be afraid is the one thing that I'm latching onto from this verse, because for me, we have midterms coming up. We have all these things coming that are, not, I wouldn't say scary, but definitely not comfortable, So
Sure.
do not be afraid is one thing that I'm going to latch onto, because it's just help me understand that midterms they're just midterms, and you can get through them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like that too. Not being afraid of it, even though it can be stressful. It's nothing to be fearful over.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's important to remember, especially with Old Testament verses, right, that the character of God is always unchanging. Is always constant. He's the I am, And so when he says I'm with you, when he says don't be afraid, those are things you can still latch onto today and really embrace, because he is with you. He's not changing. He's never left you. And so even in things that can seem trivial, like a midterm or just going about daily life, the Lord is with you, and you can just trust in him.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Well, that's all we got for today's show.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been an absolute pleasure to be on The Bridge Show, episode 1. Very
Yeah,
excited.
that's
Thanks,
right.
Frank and Luke.
This is a great kickoff. Glad you could be on the podcast.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Good to
thank
see
you
you.
guys for watching.
All right. But first, let's get to our segment. You want to explain a little bit what we're doing here?
So yeah, dorm to dorm is pretty much, it sounds like what it sounds. We're going to pop up in somebody's dorm and interview them. It's kind of like a flash interview. It's not going to be anything detailed or extensive, but it's
Yeah,
gonna
they
be
don't know we're
quick.
coming.
They do not know we're coming. That's going
That's
to be
the
the
funny
best
part. Yeah.
So let's see what Cornerstone has to say about if tuition could be paid in bizarre trinkets or like a barter system. What would you offer?
Okay, so this could be anything. It could be like a TikTok dance or something, just a.
Yeah, exactly. Or
And we
like
gotta make them like.
that weird boot collection your grandma has, something like that. You know, it's just
Okay, so we can ask them to like give us a little, I don't know, performance or something if they're so inclined.
exactly, yeah.
And they don't know we're coming, so this is all like whatever. This is raw, real.
Raw footage. Just give me the gist of the interview.
All
Can't wait
right.
to see you there.
This will be exciting. Don't miss. Here we go.
So first off, welcome to the Brit Show. Second off, if you had to pay your tuition with something other than money, kind of like a barter system, what would it be?
My car?
You give away your car?
Yeah.
My time. Like, I'd work for them.
My best friend.
So you would give your best friend a course.
Oh, maybe my car.
Your car?
Yeah.
You give away your car.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably my MacBook.
Your MacBook?
Because I would have gotten like a Microsoft or something other than my Mac. Because it runs smoother with like Words and Excel. So probably my MacBook.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe it'd be like my car or something like that.
Your car? You
I know
give
it sounds
your car?
kind of silly, but yeah,
I see it,
something
yeah.
that would be of value that I could use to give the same amount. Yeah.
My dog.
You give away your dog?
Yeah.
Okay. That's an awesome answer.
My phone?
You give your phone?
Sure.
I've got quite a few family photos in here.
You give away family
I could
photos?
probably, I've got a picture of like me and my brother.
Like probably video games.
Your video game?
Not food, not soccer, not schoolwork, but probably video games.
Alright, thank you for watching our Dorm to Dorm segment. Stay tuned, because next time it might be you.